Greetings, everyone. This is Koku from the Bitter Medicine Podcast, inviting you to tune in to the Bitter Medicine Podcast on KWAZ Radio.
Peace, family. This is Oni, inviting you to listen to the pro-black perspective, where black problems are addressed with black solutions.
Greetings, fam. Tune in to The Learning Curve with me, the revolutionary matron on KWAZ Radio.
Intro, baby. All right, welcome to episode 47 of the Harsh Reality Podcast. I'm your host, D Webb, and today I'm joined by the homie, Gangsta Boo of Pan-Africanism. We got Lero in the building. Lero, what's up with you?
What's up with it, fam? Glad to be back.
You be partying too much. You got
I really haven't though. I just, yeah.
You been chilling, yeah.
Working and shit.
I hear you, man. Thank you for the dollar. But glad to have you here. L might pop in a little bit later. I know Rise is gonna be out. But before we begin, we got a shout out to KWAZ Radio family. Make sure y'all subscribe to the Bitter Medicine Podcast. Had a lively episode last night, so make sure y'all check that one out. We had the Pro Black Perspective hosted by Oni, our resident travel connoisseur. Leave it at that. And
passport, bro.
I believe below he had a rough night. Shout out to Forecast, Brother Bakari, the African Mind, hosted by Tanzan. So make sure y'all check out the KWAZ channel on YouTube to check out all those shows. I think Brother Bakari might be live right now, wrapping it up. So make sure y'all check one of us out and catch the replay for the other one. And lastly, the podcast is now on Patreon. Please donate. Of course, all proceeds go to upgrading the show, providing the best content we can for loyal listeners. And make sure y'all reach out and drop an email if y'all want to give us some kind of feedback, any suggestions for the show at theharshrealitypod@gmail.com. Now, without further ado, shall we get into the topics that we have today? And number one, we got the young brother King Randall. If people don't know who King Randall is, I think he's like 23 now. But he started a free boarding school for at-risk kids, totally free, ran by donations. I believe he started like in his grandma's house or something like that, and now they've expanded to a building. I think he went back and bought his grandma's or some old house, and they renovated it, got kids standing there. And like I said, these are like at-risk kids. He's taking, people that really don't have no other alternative. And he recently put up a post. He was on a program and he did a Malcolm X quote, basically speaking on doing for self, because we know all Malcolm X was all about the group economics. And he's getting attacked by quite a few people, surprisingly, and most of them black people, including the resident Yvette Carnell, our resident ADOS leader. It's like they forming like Voltron. You got like ADOS and FBA and I don't know what the fuck going on, but she's the latest to pile on. So my question is, are these people agents, and are black people kind of their worst enemy in a sense where we see these attacks? But it might be agents. If it's agents, then I would say no. But let me pull up the video we got from King Randall. Let me go to the cesspool known as the Twitter machine. And present. Share screen, King Randall. Bam. All right.
Negroes is mad. I gave a Malcolm X quote, and people thrashing me for the quote like I said it. I gave you a verbatim quote from Malcolm X about how we could do better for our communities, and here y'all go telling me about what white people have done in the past and all that stuff like that. Like it ain't 2023 right now. So I'm gonna play the clip for y'all myself. So because y'all swear I just made it up or something. Oh, Malcolm didn't say that.
If white immigrants can come to this country 50 years ago with nickels and dimes and no education, and come here and pool their little nickels and dimes and no education, and set up little stores, develop these stores into larger stores, develop this into an industry which creates job opportunities for whites. Since Lincoln was supposed to have freed the black man 100 years ago, and today the black man, according to the government economist, has spending power of $20 billion per year. We feel that with the black man spending $20 billion a year, not setting up any businesses, not creating any industry, not creating any job opportunities for his own kind, he's not in a moral position to point the finger today at the white man and tell the white man that he's discriminating against him for not giving him a job in factories that he himself set up.
Insane. But I'm wrong because the quote resembles today, in my opinion. Sure, we have stuff that we've tried to do in the past. That don't mean stop. Who said I was scared? I opened the school. I ain't seen no white people come burn it down yet. I've been waiting on them to come burn it down, actually. The only people that's been trying to burn it down are the black folk. And all these excuses y'all got. Well, we tried. Y'all ain't trying nothing now. Y'all sitting up here typing. That's what you're doing. Your kids in the neighborhood can't read. You won't go take none of them to go mentor them and go read with them during the week. You got kids next door to you right now that can't read. What's stopping you from going to knock on the door and make friends with their parents and reading with them every day and figuring things out and trying to mentor them and help them? If everybody in their community, at least one person in everybody in their communities could try to do something. If every man was responsible for at least one child that's not his, we would be further. But no, y'all got all this energy to come type under my Instagram comments about how I'm leaving out history and we got this burned down and that burned down. Bro, go do something now. Period. Y'all so scared. Y'all defeated before y'all even start. Listening to y'all, I would never do nothing either. Y'all are nuts. I'm glad I never listened to y'all. Because these black children that are being successful right now and whose moms are being helped right now would never be helped listening to folk like y'all. Although you better not start no school because white folks just gonna burn it down. And then y'all made being pro-black just opposition to white folks now. Like, if anybody white agree with anything you say, then you a coon. Like, bro, like your ideas aren't universally all black people gonna agree. No, bro. Everybody's not gonna agree with everything you say. Some white people are gonna like what you say. It just is the game. Pro-black is not anti-white. That just means you want black people to succeed. And us succeeding is not making excuses all the dang time. Like, we understand crap has happened. Let's move. We have to move. They want for us to sit and you think white folks mad that you're talking about history? No, they want you to keep worrying about where you used to be. They want to remind you that you got your butt whipped. Actual racist white people do want to remind you that. Yeah, they want you to keep remembering what they did to you so you can never go do nothing. Racist white people don't like people like me because I'm going to tell black folk to go do something anyway. They like people like you that's going around telling black people they can't be successful because all white people going to do is burn it down. And you better not do nothing because white people going to stop this. And you better not do nothing because white people going to stop that. No, they like black people like you. They like y'all pro-blackers that talk about white folks all day. They love y'all. They don't like me. Yeah, white liberals. They hate me because I'm going to tell black folks, nah, we finna go open this up on our own. No, we're going to create warriors out of our men. Come try and burn this down if you want to. I'm teaching them about gun rights and how to defend themselves and self-defense and martial arts and all that. They scared of that. They scared of the military age black man. They ain't scared of you 30 and 40-year-olds out here making 1,000 excuses about why our communities ain't successful because of something that happened 70 years ago. Oppression affects people differently and wealth gap this and wealth gap that and this gap and that gap. I don't care about no gaps. Okay, it's there. Now, what can we do to move? Acknowledge your problems, go and fix them. Not sit and wallow in defeat. Y'all defeated already. We got grown men out here defeated. Don't make no dang sense. How you grown man out here ain't got no balls to go stand up to somebody? We had leaders out here die for what we want. Y'all won't die for your causes now? Where our balls went? Racist white people love black folk like y'all that ain't got no balls. They don't like people like me that's willing to go do something anyway and talk against you Negroes that want to call me a coon. Insane. But that's the game.
Niggas ain't got no balls. Get you some balls. You shout out the kid. Yo, he sound like the Everest dude in that to me, yo. I heard a lot of Everest college in that, yo. What you doing? You sitting on the couch? You ain't doing nothing. You can't read. You need to come down to Everest. But shout out to K Randall, man. I think he dropped some jewels in that, and we had a response from Yvette Carnell. I'll pull up. She said a slave could teach himself to read and still die poor, still watch everything he earned plundered. Frederick Douglass did everything, still couldn't save Freeman's Bank from white greed. That oppression has consequences. You know nothing and nobody asked you. And I think she said white people need to stop falling for the fake Black Booker T hustle there. And she's in the whole ADOS platform is trying to get reparations, right? That's what's so funny to me. It's like they can take everything you want. You can't build nothing. He addressed everything she just said. It is red, right? You can't do nothing. White man gonna burn down anything you get. Look at Frederick Douglass. It ain't 1878, baby. Oh my goodness. And Dottie, she's a lesbian who has a white girlfriend to top it off. But moving on, I'm gonna get you guys' thoughts. So I'm tossing out to Lero. Shout out to Oni joined the panel, so we look forward to hearing his thoughts on this. But Lero, what you got and what you think about the rant and the subsequent response from Miss Yvette Carnell, the ADOS queen?
I think the brother made some very, solid points. I'm not too familiar on him and his background and, what he be getting into and stuff, but because I know a lot of people kind of take that like that self-determination thing and they really just kind of ball it up into like American conservatism. And so they're just hardcore Republicans, you know what I mean? And it's not really a do for self and like a separation nationalism type, tip, So I can see why like he maybe make white liberals mad. But how does the white Republican feel about you? You know what I mean? Because it'd be a different story for some of these folk. But yeah, I mean, solid gems as far as, Yvette coming in. I mean, you can't take nobody serious waving that flag. You know what I mean? Like I just yeah, that's a little too much for me. Like, I think, a lot of Black folk really just find too much solace in strife. And it's like trying to make like plight like powerful and finding, strength in it when really like that's impossible, and I'm not gonna be ranty because I could really take it there, but it's just Black people got a lot to work on as far as like our worldview and how we view things, and because we don't have like a certain understanding of how things work and then like what we want objectively for ourselves. And yeah, as far as the whole like, these are hardcore reparationists too. And it's like you have this mindset that like no matter what you do, the white man's gonna defeat you, he's gonna knock you down. Then like why are you fighting for reparations? And one, I'm like that a hardliner on that to where like I don't, if knowing the history and everything that's went down, like I don't care. Like reparations to me is kind of some bitch shit, and I hate to even like say all that.
Say it with your chest.
I hate to put it like, be so blunt about it, but for real though, like I'm not, that's like me getting robbed and killed and, a whole bunch, even more than that. But, just for now, just like me getting robbed and then asking the person who robbed me, when are you going to pay me back? I just got robbed. Like, what are you saying? You know what I mean? So, but definitely, like Malcolm said, we really need to be focused on ourselves and not so much about like white folks' attitude towards us, you know what I mean? And really just like, what are we going to do about it? Because people talk about the problems all day, but when it's like, hey, all right, now what we finna do together, it's like everybody's silent. Now nobody has anything left to say. Nobody wants to do anything about it. So,
Word, I feel you. Oni, you there, bro?
Yeah, man.
You saw the video, right?
Yeah, I've seen this like maybe 3 times now, but yeah, I mean, like I think I think he's right. I think there's for every argument there's a truth, and like there's there's a truth and a false, I guess. I don't know. I'm in programming too much, right? A lie, I don't know, whatever. But my thing is, yeah, like if you want something, no one else is going to give it to you. You know what I mean? Somebody else saying, well, you know, Frederick Douglass was so like the trouble with our community is that, and I can't remember who said this, but some people would say, hey, they burned Black Wall Street, but they built it back up in like a year, you know, and it was doing better than ever, low key. Now obviously it's not here today, but still, it's like, you know, what do you expect, you know? And the irony, so I decided, let me go on to Yvette Carnell's page. You know, she blocked me, but still, let me go on her page, and she's like, exactly right. She's like, should I give people false hope? And it's like, yes, when you're talking about reparations, you that's what you're doing. You know what I mean? Like, this guy is not giving you false hope. He's saying, look, I could take your kid in and I could teach them how to read. Right, I could teach them math like nobody else would teach them, you know, because for a lot of our youth, nobody's going to teach them how to read. Nobody's going to teach them how to write. I remember, now I'm not one of them emotional guys, right? But I did realize at some point, I think I was like a senior in high school. No, maybe like a junior in high school or something like that, right? When it was like the first time somebody ever told me about passive sentences or something like that, right? There was active sentences and passive sentences. Well, like basically, I'm like damn near the end of my education, you know, assuming obviously I went to college and shit, but like I'm near the end of my primary education, and nobody's even taught me how to write. You understand? Yeah. And it just so happens that you know, the teacher kept giving me, because I kept failing low key. Right, not failing, but like, you know, just kind of barely passing, right? And I just asked the teacher one time. I said, "Hey, man, why'd you give me this grade?" Right? And he was like, "Look, I'll sit down in the library and tell you." And he's like, "All right, so the problem is that you're using too many passive sentences, so the active sentences." I'm like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" You know what I'm saying? like nobody ever said none of this stuff to me. So what I'm saying is that that was just me in an exceptional circumstance, right? Exceptional circumstance. They were not teaching Black folk how to read, how to write. Period. My friend I wasn't in the gifted program, right? You know, my own reasons, right? But my friend was in not a friend, but a guy I knew was in the gifted program. And he was like, so that's mostly the white kids, because they used to segregate, like not segregate, but you know, they call it tracking. But basically they put all the Black kids in one classroom and all the Black and white kids in another classroom, and they give most of their resources to the white kids, right? Which is whatever, right? But the dude was saying that in the white class, basically the gifted class, right? The white class, they call it gifted, make you feel worse as a Black person, right? They were, when they graded the essays, the teacher. So the white teacher would show how bad the essays were from the Black students. And the Black and the white students, pretty much, and the token Blacks that they have to put in, so it's not segregation, right? The token Blacks and the white kids would just laugh at how bad the other students wrote. And this was like New York City high school, you know? So like, yeah, nobody's going to teach you. And the thing is this, that, you know, as far as like the man's not giving false hope. You could literally just sit a Black person down, like he's saying. You could literally sit a Black person down and teach them how to read. You could literally sit a Black person down and teach them how to write. You know, just now I sent some people, what was it? I sent them some Marcus Garvey book, you know, like no one else is going to do that. But what the whole thing of, oh man, this white man just going to give you, $3 billion, $20 billion, unless you Ukrainian, that ain't going to happen.
And I think the thing about reparations too, man, is that historically reparations was the loser of a war paying the winner of the war for losing the fucking war. That's historically. It has never been historically that you get your ass kicked, you want to get paid for it. That's never been in history. You know, the cases that a lot of people point out in America are cases where they wanted something, right? You can point to the Japanese Americans, right? They love to point to that one. But we have bases in Japan right now. We wanted to have visibility in that area. So they paid off the Japanese Americans after that war. They're trying to keep it real copacetic over there so they can keep those bases. You know, they point to the fucking Israel. Israel's basically our fucking watchdog, or we are their watchdog now in that area, right? So they point to these examples, right? You know what I'm saying? And those examples, what my thing is, what will happen if you don't pay the black man any money? Y'all gonna get mad? You gonna vote?
What's been happening?
No, you ain't gonna do shit. You're gonna keep going to work on Monday. You're gonna take your black ass to work on Monday. You're gonna pay your taxes on time. You're gonna support these leagues. You're gonna fucking and generate those billions of dollars of income. You're gonna go shopping every Christmas season. You ain't gonna do shit. Nothing. There's zero incentive to pay you any fucking money. Zero. Not to mention it's political suicide for anybody who even mentions it on the national stage. Done. You're done. Wrap it up. You had a black president. He wouldn't even say it. Your so-called black president wouldn't even say it. Reparations. What do you know? I am your reparations. You know what I'm saying? You ain't getting shit. And secondly, to the second point of the economic thing, right? I think actually me and Oni, I think we had a back and forth. I think we was talking to somebody a while ago on Twitter, but I was talking group economics, but Tulsa, it's every time, bro. You talk about making some money, you talk about group economics, you talking about doing for but Tulsa, the but Tulsa crew. It's like, bro, how long that was 1920s? They still got you in some panty drawers. You still scared to do a business? Like you said, they rebuilt Tulsa. You better than ever. But you scared. You scared. Y'all, even the poor ladies, there's 2 ladies left. I think one of them might have actually passed. 2 ladies left from Tulsa. They was begging the government to pay them reparations for that. You got 40 million black people in the United States, bro. 20 million, half of us, right? 10 million people could give $1 a piece. That's $10 million for them ladies. Done. I got $1. You got $1 on it? You feel me? You got $1, Lero? It could be done. But nah, y'all rather try to, beg and plead and whatnot, yo. That to me is stupid, yo. I just don't, and I ain't doing the whole bootstraps, pull yourself up by the bootstraps speech. But at the same time, when you know who you dealing with and what you not gonna get and what you can do and what you're capable of, sometimes you just gotta grind, bro. Sometimes you just gotta do it. You know what I'm saying? So I salute to the brother King Randall for dropping that speech. And this dude, 23 years old. You know what I was doing at 23 years old, yo? I was in the motherfucking club chasing women, whatever, get drunk, whatever. And this dude started a whole boarding school. I may not necessarily agree with all his politics. I may not necessarily agree with his more religious take on things or whatever. But you can't knock what the brother doing. Period. Point blank. Because they ain't none of us doing. You feel me? So salute to him. And only doing a little something. You making some books, bro. You got the app going. So salute to you. But it's a lot of stuff that we could be doing. So follow that blueprint, man. Whatever you could do it. But this whole bitching and but Frederick Douglass, but Tulsa, but this, but that, man, that's some weak stuff, bro. Do for self, man. Do for self. Y'all got anything else?
No, you're right. Boarding schools is big things, man. Like especially you said 23 boarding schools. Shit, boy.
Yeah.
Yeah. How can you knock somebody ain't got to pay a dime? You know what I'm saying? How long Umar still ain't got his joint running, has he? I know the queen of Pan-Africanism, this.
Apparently it's supposed to be on. So now I did go, but I did see the school. So it's up. It's just I don't know if it's running.
Man, he's taking like 30 years. It's up. 30 years get there. Them kids gonna be grown and 5 kids by the time
but me right now.
So I can't knock nobody at that age that does that. And salute to Rhonda out there. I see you. You need to hop on while you playing out there. So that's all I got. Salute to King Randall once again, doing what a lot of people can't do. I don't appreciate you throwing shots at the 30 and 40-year-olds. I'm in that age group now, but it's all good. And the next subject moving on, we got the NYPD. Only these your peoples over there in New York City, bro. They're using the robots for patrols.
Look out my window.
Watch out for the robots, bro. RoboCop out there. Robots for patrols announced by Mayor Adams. In addition to that, we're kind of seeing an increase in the AI, even going into kind of creative spaces, right? They got these AI songs coming out. I've seen some with like Drake in the Weekend, sounded like a real song, which is crazy. And the whole premise behind AI was kind of like to do the mundane tasks so that people can do more creative stuff. But then now you're seeing the AI kind of do the creative stuff as well. So my question is, are we kind of headed to a Terminator 2 Judgment Day around this month, sucker? The Pandora's box. So let me put this video up for you guys.
I made a whole Drake song using AI. You already know it's Justin. This is crazy. First, we need a main sound. Next, bring in the drums. Next, the lyrics. No, they can't afford me. I will not be at Coachella. Hershey liked my Spanish, so I turn on novella. Next, we need the ad-libs. And just to see how powerful AI is, I'm going to try to not sound too much like Drake. Hey, yeah. Now that I'm done making the beat, I'm going to run my voice through AI Drake. Let me know what you think, but this stuff's getting crazy. Let's hear it.
Hey, no, they can't afford me. I will not be at Coachella. Yeah, first you like my Spanish, so I turn on novella. Hey, they shit to the bay, now they got me saying hella. Man, they made me sick. Maybe I should check the weather. Yeah, hey.
I made a whole Drake song using AI.
You know what that kind of makes me hit on is like, has hip hop become so like watered down that you could just do some random lyrics? But and we also got the story here about the NYPD. Let me put up real quick. Let me read a couple passages from it. All right, NYPD brings robot dogs back. So this is the second time they running them back. Google Maps enhances coverage with U.S. national parks, where they're saying they're using it to track certain things, I think. To spot the robot dog is joining Big Apple's police force. New York City Mayor Eric Adams announced that the New York City Police Department will be acquiring some new semi-autonomous robotic canines in the coming weeks. The moves comes almost exactly 2 years after NYPD halted its first go at using a camera-carrying robot dog for surveillance after a massive public outcry. Citizens felt it was a dystopian overreach. They is smarts. Y'all smarts over there in New York City of police power. Now, Adams, a former NYPD captain, is moving the program forward again. And it goes on just to basically speak about the controversy, how the public really didn't like it, and describes kind of the dog. So we're not going to get too much into that. But we kind of get the gist of what's going on. So let me throw it to Oni first, since he's over there in that Escape from New York. That's soon to be a dystopia nightmare you got going on for now. You better get up out of there, bro. Oni, what you think?
Well, wait, hold on a second. So what did they do different? Did they just make the robot look better?
They got the
robot add some yellow color? I don't understand.
Yeah.
Wait, the old dog that we didn't like, they just cut a new dog and put like yellow on it, and we supposed to be like, oh yeah, we cool now. Nah, man, real talk, man. I don't know, man. I think New York, like, if anywhere is gonna get hit by a nuke, I think it's gonna be New York. So I don't think it even matters, man. I think at this point we just like, it don't matter, like, you know, like once that dollar drop or whatever. Because another thing that we were just on what were we on Bakari's show, and they was just talking about all the guns that they could, different rifles, different this, so on and so forth, and it's like, shit, man, like we gonna get cooked, man. New York City's gonna get cooked. No matter, pretty much. I'm not trying to sound like people, the 30 to 40-year-olds without no balls, but like, shit. I mean, because I don't know what this is. Like, what's with this black man? He gonna tell you, we gonna say, man, we don't want no robot dogs. He's like, okay, you don't want no robot dogs, be cool. What about this one? It's like the same damn dog with a yellow stripe.
They put the P. Diddy remix on y'all, bro. They painted.
Speaking of remix, I want to say that though, there's actually a song, that N-Words in Paradise song, with Jay-Z and Kanye West.
Yeah.
They have like an AI one where they have Biggie and Tupac rapping it, and they like sound like Biggie and Tupac. Like, wow. I was this close to throwing up my East Coast sign,
Yeah. But what you think, man? Do you think this is a Pandora's box you're opening here, or this is already prophesized, or this already in the works? It is what it is type of deal. Or do you see it actually beneficial? What you think, man? What side of the fence you on?
See, you might not believe this, so you might not, but like people still wearing masks in Brooklyn. You know what I mean?
Wow.
Like daily, like for real. So I remember I was like, man, we do this mask thing. They're still wearing masks. Like every day. So yeah, it's what New York. That's the problem. That's the reason why I don't buy this whole democracy, republic, whatever. I don't buy that shit because like people were saying, how you gonna hold Biden accountable? I don't think too many of us want like this Ukraine shit, you know. And it's like none of us is asking for no robot dogs. Like I don't know, like there ain't I don't think there's a person on this planet, you know. Like I don't even think the police is acting for robot dogs. Like at this point, I don't know who would want a robot dog, you know, like that. Like I mean, like robot police. Like that don't even make sense, you know. Like you were saying, like that's like straight out of a movie that nobody like cares for anymore, like an 80s movie, you know. Nobody's asking for this, and yeah, these people just, you know, and it's this black, like why black men always got to be there? Like I don't mind when white folk, like I see, that's what I'm saying, man. I'm torn because sometimes I'll be like, like I'm not gonna say vote for black folk or whatever, but sometimes I'll be like, yeah, man, you know, a black person's better than a white person. Show, but like they really be getting black folk to be doing all sorts of dumb shit because it's like you ain't have to do this. You ain't have to sign. Like, can you just be a black person who just?
Well, you know that's why. You know the reason behind that, sir, is because they can always just cry racism. Though if they put a white dude to do this stuff, right? They put a white face, particularly a white male. It's like, look at this white man bringing dystopia. This dude bring Lori Lightfoot in Chicago or whoever, the New Orleans mayor who in Washington D.C. Both of their mayors was trying to get kids to get jabs before the school year. Now, when nobody did it, they was like, "Oh yeah, we just playing. You ain't got to get, you know." So that's why, yo. That's why.
Yeah, it just pisses you off though, man. It pisses you off because it's like the way how, I guess I don't want to say our people, but you know how it is. Our people are just being used against us, and we just go for the okie doke all the damn time. And it's like you. It just like this is the next level piss you off. You know what I'm saying? Like, because nobody wants a damn robot. Like why would somebody want robot police? Would that even make sense?
I mean, I want my own robot dog. I'll take one for the crib.
Yeah, but like for a police officer, like you talk about a robot to arrest you, a robot to shoot you. Why the fuck? Like you ever see them like you know they like don't run away from police, but some people still run away from police. You ain't run away from no damn robot dog.
Yo,
like what the fuck? Like even if a police officer shooting at you while you running or some shit, like maybe you can get away. I don't know, right? You ain't getting away from no damn robot dog. Like these motherfuckers, like they have reaction speeds. It's just ridiculous. Like yeah, you like shit could go bad real quick. You know, this dog could get hacked. You know, this dog can get controlled by the fucking police who are like, let's just shoot up these motherfuckers. And then, but when these robots come at you, it's a different level. Cause that's that's another thing. It's like, cause you could kill another man and you took away one of their men. You kill a robot, you ain't taking away none of their men. So now if you fighting robots, you know, they not losing any people, you losing people. Yeah, man. And it's a black man unrolling it. Like, come on, man. Just sit up there and be like, nah, you guys gonna have to wait for the next president. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, the next mayor. Like, what this?
Nah, I feel you on that, yo. This is not my cup of tea. Lero, I know what you gonna say. Go ahead, Lero.
You know me.
Go ahead, Lero.
Fuck 12. And like brother RBG mentioned in the chat, Eric Adams is a former cop. He's a whole captain. You know what I mean? So he was up there, you know, he was up in the ranks of all that little police pig stuff. And, you know, it just goes to show that we really live in a police state. You know, they're up in the surveillance, you know, the tech. We are just, I mean, it's one thing to be out organized, but we're like, you know, we really have to look at like underdevelopment and how we are like in the sciences because, you know, our enemy, he's got the tech in his hands. He's got the tools to build the tech, you know, at their disposal. And it's like, are we just going to be sitting ducks and waiting until, you know, shit starts to crumble and cave in and then we get it together? You know, I guess, you know, a hard head makes a soft ass. That's what, you know, I tend to think about, you know, some black folk. It's like we really need somebody to just like the torch up under us for us to really kind of understand what situation, you know, that we're in. And, you know, I damn sure ain't asking for no robot dog. And imagine the tools that's gonna be on them dogs, when it's really,
Word.
robot dogs running the street that can come blow you down. You know what I mean? You better find this off switch to turn it off, because I don't know what to tell you. Like, I don't, it's getting real spooky out here. Imagine, this is just in New York. When it gets to some of these areas, you get into the Midwest and some of these, white folk, they'll love to have them a little army set of robot dogs that they can just send out into, you know what I mean? Look, they ready and waiting. They want them so bad. Like, unfortunately, those states, kind of got shitty budgets, so they don't even got a lot of bread to work with, but, but, I mean, like, yeah. But, it's really getting spooky, and, black folks need to be real, particular about where we choose to reside, and for what reasons and whatnot. So I hope this can be, this is what your future is looking like. This is the direction we going. It's very clear now. There's no need to like guess and be skeptical about shit, because like it's right here. I guess we just waiting for shit to hit the fan. Like, I don't know, but yeah.
Word. I'll say rule of thumb, yo, if you in one of them cities that has any of those disaster films, New York got 1 million of them, LA got one, Chicago got. If you're in one of these movies where they made a disaster movie and your city get knocked off the map, you might want to get up out of there. But you know what, this whole robot thing's opened up a whole can of worms too, as far as qualified immunity, right? And the rules of engagement, right? Because as it stands now, there is bias, right? You could say, yo, this police officer is racist. This police officer is this, right? This police officer is homophobic, whatever phobic or whatever ism you want to say, you can do that and maybe find evidence of that. And if something happens, you might can get a bad, right? You might can, get free, if you can prove that, right? Ain't no proving nothing with no robot. Right? You could be like, yo, there's no bias here. This robot doesn't see color, So you're basically giving up the qualified immunity lick. You feel me? It's over with. So that's an interesting thing too. And just think about once these things get more advanced, once they can repair themselves, right? Once they can do stuff like that, it's gonna be bad out here. Like you were saying, Lero, like that's this is something you don't want to play with. This starts the slippery slope thing, and then to me, it's always like they pre-plan things. I swear, like every movie they ever made, they just start to inch toward it. It's like they already had these ideas, and they just waiting a little bit to unroll it. Like you said, this is the second time they tried to roll out these robots, right? The first time people was like, oh, hell no. So now they're going to try to get you a little bit more used to it. They're going to show the robot dogs dancing on Facebook and dancing to Drake songs and, you know what I'm saying, doing little dance routines. You thinking, oh, that's cute. That's nice. They're going to show the robot dogs saving babies out of the fucking drainage ditches and shit. You're going to be like, oh, look at those robot dogs. They're fucking dope. And then now we're going to roll them again. We're going to remix. We're going to pull the P. Diddy remix on you. This is the remix. Now people not even paying attention now, right? You don't see no public backlash. You don't see no outcry. Not to mention people back outside too, so they don't even care no more at this point. They wait till the weather start to break to start to do this type of shit for a reason. So I think people need to be real careful. And I've been saying it for the longest, yo. If you in any of these big cities, man, you need to think about getting up out of there, bro. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I know a lot of people disagree with that take, but I'm for real. Like, I think you should at least get to a suburb or something. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't think it looks real good for the prospects of these cities going forward. Shout out to RBG. Say they're going to start hacking them. Whole censor rate, give it 15 months. Yeah, that's another thing too. There are very smart people out here who can hack these joints. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? You know what I'm saying? What if some people that don't like you get a hold of that sensor array? They could sit it up into Rucker. You know what I'm saying? It might be ugly. So they use a robot on Michael Jackson. I want to say Dorner too, yo. I want to say they droned that dude, but they won't say they droned him. So that's just conjecture. Take it with a grain of salt. But that's all I got. You got anything else on NYPD or just in general AI? Whether it be the music or anything like that.
All cops are bad, all of them. Like last one.
Shout out to
forget
ACAB. the ACAB member of the panel. So
Yeah,
moving on.
you didn't say that the dog could twerk. I'm cool with it now. No, I'm just nah, but Micah Johnson, yeah, like what RBG was just saying. Micah Johnson was some people said he's the first time U.S. law enforcement used a robot to kill somebody. You know what I'm saying? And that was a brother who went out and showed us how to protest. You know what I'm saying? And they just use a robot to kill him. So it's like, you know who it's for. You know what it's for.
Word.
You know what I'm saying? You know why they doing it. And that's the thing that people don't like because that's the thing I also want to emphasize. People don't understand that NYPD is the largest police force on the planet, right? If I remember correctly, right? And not just that, NYPD teaches Israel how to do their police force. The IDF. They teach the IDF about security, and everybody know. Like you don't even got to be about the Palestinian whatever to know that the IDF don't be they don't be holding back no punches. So
Well,
yeah,
I thought the reverse. I thought the IDF trains New York City. I think they better.
Shit. That's what I'm saying. Like it looked like it, right? But here's the thing though. If they unleashing the dogs here, yeah, it's possible that they're gonna unleash dogs in other cities around the world. This is remember that you remember America's like that, here, look, this is the latest market. This is the latest, like they're advertising, they have a good, successful program, controlling their Negroes here. Then all of a sudden they tried it out in Chicago. They try it out in Israel. They try it out, in Palestine. They try it out in wherever, so it's bad, but these white folk who are invested in robot technologies needs to make their money, and it's just us again being the dupes, but it is what it is.
Yeah, I agree wholeheartedly with all those takes, man. Yeah, fuck that. Shoot, get rid of them things, yo. I was about to say something I shouldn't say on here. But moving on to the next subject. We had an Air National Guard member. We had this big leak of documents showing, I guess, in part that the Ukraine is actually losing the war, which I think we all kind of fucking knew that. And this airman was promptly arrested afterwards. And I believe I have a video of this. All right, let's see what he's talking about here.
U.S. officials say he came peacefully. He did not resist arrest. The 21-year-old Jack Teixeira is a member of the Massachusetts Air National Guard, and it is reported that the New York Times was involved in figuring out that he was responsible for the leaks. He was a member of a Discord server with 20 to 30 other people, some of whom were teenagers under the age of 18. In this Discord server, they shared jokes, memes. Themes were firearms, racism, as well as Christianity and opposition to U.S. foreign policy. Apparently, this member of the Air National Guard wanted to let his friends in the Discord server know about what was actually going on. He had access to this information, and he provided it in the Discord server. Now, we understand he is arrested and charged with being responsible for the recent leaks. However, questions are raised as people look into the details. For example, why is it that a 21-year-old low-level member of a wing of the U.S. military, the Air National Guard of the state of Massachusetts, had access to these kinds of documents? And furthermore, why was it so easy to track him down? With this kind of high-level leak, you would think that the leaker would expect to be arrested and set up more barriers to protect their digital fingerprints. So many questions are being raised, but at this time, it appears this is the individual who has been arrested and charged for the recent Pentagon leaks.
All right, I think I find it funny that they just talked about the guy and then talk about none of it that was in the documents. But I skimmed over it, and then, like I said, basically it just kind of points to how U.S. officials actually think that nothing will come of the offensive in Ukraine. They think it'll be a stalemate or that Ukraine will lose. Blase, your money is going to waste. So in keeping with that, Lero, what do you think about this arrest of this Air National Guard? Is he a fall guy like RBG mentioned? What you got?
I mean, I didn't read the document, so I don't know all the entails. But going by what your gist of it, I don't think it takes, a genius to know that, Ukraine is losing. I mean, the amount of money that's being spent consistently. I mean, eventually, the winners win, and you don't gotta sit out funding the winners if they winning. So that should have just been a go-to. Why Buddy got, especially a low-level officer would be in charge of some, I'm not sure how they do things in the military. You probably more on that than me, but why he would have access to those informations is kind of crazy. But yeah, that whole proxy war that America's doing, in Ukraine, with Russia and whatnot, it's just a bunch of mess. I'm low-key ready for it to be done. I don't really care too much about, who's dying over there and whatnot.
They
Long as it
getting
ain't
ready to
black
start up
folk.
another proxy war, yo.
Yeah, you see some situations going on in Sudan that, raises questions and whatnot. But it's unfortunate that we live in a nation and we actually fund with our tax dollars these warmongers who all the poor shit infrastructure that's all over America. When didn't they say they got $300 million for it? Like, please,
They just gave him another what,
you
275 or
hear me?
something?
Yeah, y'all dropping billions and $800 million on Ukraine, but your infrastructure is trash. You know what I mean?
Trash.
Like, y'all, you don't take care of your veterans who go and serve and do these missions that y'all, care so much about. It's just, it's kind of fucked, this whole war situation. But yeah.
I agree. Own it. What you got? What do you think about this fall guy?
Yeah, I mean, like the way how the story came out, why is this guy hanging out with a bunch of teenagers in a small discourse over the mind? Not really. 20 people, 30 people, that's not that big. A bunch of teens just, talking with each other, and he's like, "Hey guys, I have some secret documents."
Hey guys, you want to see something?
You want to see how many pages was that shit? Like 300 pages or some shit? Like, want to see 300 pages that I somehow snuck out? And they actually said that they found the actual papers on him crumpled up, so the man just walked out with a whole textbook. How you
Wow.
Come on, ain't nobody and then like they said, man, I mean, that's what I said, like, if it's true, right? That just goes to show you, like, I hope it's not true. Because here's the thing. One is this. White folk like, America's got to be embarrassed, right? America's got to be embarrassed that that the leak happened, right? So they probably not trying to tell you who really leaked it and where. Now, why they got this boy arrested, I have no idea. But let's say if it is this boy, that means these white folk trust just 21-year-old kid, still wet behind the ear with sensitive information that only the people at the top should know. But this boy just happens to, I don't know, walk into the main guy's office, I guess, and just walk out with a textbook. And then, he's like, "Hey, you're a bunch of teenagers that like talking to me about politics, right?" Let's,
here's homies.
Yeah, you say what?
His Call of Duty homies, yo. He's sharing the information with.
Yeah, like they play video games. They play video games together, and he's like, "Here you go. Here's all the information about Russia, and here's China, and here's like." How does he have access? One, two. Why would he leak to a bunch of teenagers? Like, that's just stupid. Like what could be going through his life? What could, like, America? If America's really this disorganized, like, yeah, just start practicing your Mandarin. You know what I'm saying? just ni hao, because English is done, man. It's either ni hao or I don't know how they say hi in Russia, but
yes, you're Russian. It's Tsarovich,
Yeah, exactly. It's Tsarovich, what I'm saying? Just get your Tsarovich on because it's done, man.
Yeah, I don't think people realize, how just the military runs in general, yo. Like, you'll see, like, first and foremost, this is a young person's game. You know, you very rarely, the only pretty time you see these old generals or whatever, people retire by the time they're 38, 39, 40. So you're most likely going to see a lot of 20-something-year-olds in pretty decent high-up positions, particularly on the officer side. These lieutenants, they be 22 years old, 23 years old, you know. So you'll be somewhere in the desert somewhere. You'll see like a kid that looks like Justin Bieber, the young version, with like a M249 saw shot, machine gun that's bigger than him walking around. Like, this is the type of shit that you see. So I don't think people realize, these are young people. Most of the time, majority of the time, the average age in the military is probably like 25 or something. You know what I mean? So I don't think people realize that point too. But yeah, I think this is basically a Fall Guy situation. Like, this seems like the way they're going to announce, that they're actually losing without having to have old Joe go up there and be like, well, they lost, but your $5 billion went to waste. But now they kind of got this guy here, right? Now everybody kind of knows what's up if you didn't know. Right, they not even denying the official narrative or what's in the documents. Right, I've yet to see anybody denying that part, but that's why they're focusing on this dude. Oh, he was in a chat room and they're sharing racist, anti-religion, and it's a bunch of 19, 20-year-olds in a Discord, dog. What the fuck is jokes? It's fart jokes, religious jokes, whatever jokes. You know what I'm saying? These are a bunch of kids in a damn chat room, basically. What the hell you think you're going to hear? But that's the way they're trying to spin it right now. And I think it's just if you still trust anything going on that you see, I don't know what the fuck to say to you. The last 3 years should have been eye-opening. Like, only say but you still got people running around. I even see it here, yo. Even in Florida, man, I'll see occasional person riding around with a mask by themselves in their car. Just you be looking like, what's really going on in your bird, dog? So to me, if you haven't been somewhat awoken by what's been going on the last few years, and you still think this government, you still think this conglomerate cares anything about you, or that they're telling the truth, or that you can believe half of the shit you see abroad, I really don't know what to say to you, dog. You know what I'm saying? Go get another booster. I don't know what the fuck to say. Go do your thing, bro. I don't know what to say to you at this point. That's all I got. I think this kid's gonna take a fall for you. They probably got him in Guantanamo right now, getting waterboarded. You feel me? So, yeah, that's all I got, man. Y'all got anything else?
Nah.
Right,
hopefully
man.
he likes water. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
Yeah, I hope you can swim. All right, let's go to the Cook Files. We recently had a poll. 78% of Americans do not feel confident that their life for their children's generation will be better than their own. That's kind of a weird sentence. Is the future not very bright? Let me pull up this article. I'll probably read it. It's not very long. 78% of Americans do not feel confident that life for their children's generation will be better than their own, the highest percentage ever. 78% of Americans do not feel confident that life for their children's generation will be better than their own, highest percentage ever per WSJ, whatever that is. The poll also found 65% of Americans were most likely to describe inflation as a major financial concern. That was followed by housing at 43% and healthcare and prescription drug costs at 41%. A recent survey also found that 4,336 respondents who were 18 and above and resided in the United States found that over half had no emergency funds. This should not be news to anybody. Most people don't have enough money for $600 emergency. Specifically, a quarter of them had less than 5,000 saved. You got 5,000 saved, you're probably doing pretty well. This was according to the CNBC Your Money Financial Confidence Survey in partnership with Momentum, which aimed to determine where Americans were financially. The survey also found that over half of the participants lived paycheck to paycheck. This even included people that earned a six-figure salary. That's you New York and LA people, baby. Come down south. 40% of the participants said they had less than $10,000 in savings. 70% of participants said they were stressed about their personal finances. Financial planners usually recommend having 3 to 6 months worth of expenses should an emergency happen. That's the end of the article. So let's toss it. I'm tossing Lero again. Lero, cooked. Yay or nay?
We're cooked. Well, it depends on, the individual. Everybody got different standings. Some people, got it set to where, like, look, no matter way things go, we got enough to make a way. But for those who are, currently living in earnest and, just not seeing, financial progress for themselves, it's not looking very hopeful, especially in certain areas that they're going to be able to turn that around. And so it brings a lot of worry, not even just for their children, but for themselves. You got a lot of people who's struggling to even take care of their kids right now, let alone set up a future for them to, be successful and whatnot. I think, and not just even for, the economic factors, but like even the social factors, the culture war that's going on, which I feel kind of like, black folks kind of put themselves into like the broader white culture war. And it's like, ain't got nothing to do with us, let white folks do their little shit, they battling out right now. We don't really need to insert ourselves in every conversation. And I feel like, that's what a lot of that representation things, just because they're not talking about us, because that's their business, let's mind our business. But anyways, yeah, I think it's a lot of concern. I myself don't see, as bright of a future for the things that I want in life, or for my family and my loved ones. And it's unfortunate that, like, a lot of these problems are kind of just out of our hands. When you are living in another man's nation, you kind of just got to go with the flow of what's going on here. And so I don't think that everything is hopeless. I think, it really just takes, a lot of fire. I think a lot of good things can potentially come out of the chaos, but it's unfortunate that it's going to have to get to that point for people to kind of understand and maybe push, to do more. And from all people, white folk, black folk, whatever, pushing their government officials, and whatnot. And then also too, the actions that America is taking internationally are going to have implications, domestically. And so, yeah, with the whole situation with the dollar and people steering away from it being, that reserve currency, it's, it is, I don't know about America. I won't be one to say like, oh, it's all coming down now. I think that's a little too early to call for like empire in decline, but it's definitely starting, that course. Things are going to be shifting up here soon, and you really just gotta like make a way. And so I think, really planning your future financially, and location too, I think, and then for me, it's just America's not where my kind of dreams need to be. It's just not, but I don't think all that are here, especially black folks that are here, are hopeless. I mean, hell, we were slaves. Like, I feel like I say that for everything, but like, yeah, bro, we were slaves. So like, it really, I don't know what worse you can expect from white folk, and I don't know what worse you can expect from your conditions right now, but we were slaves, bro. So you better, well, who was it? Charleston White, when he was like, yeah, we better go back to hunting up in them slave quarters, boy. Look, we did it in the dark with a candle. Stop playing, you know what I mean? Oh God, like, but yeah, that's my little take on it.
He said RBG said I couldn't make 100K and live paycheck. What you don't mind what area of the world you at, RBG, bro? Shoot the Breeze. You also got a new account. You got to Shoot the Breeze clips. Look at Bit of Medicine doing some things. Very possible in New York City. Yep, LA, even Chicago. Yo, depending on how you live and where you live, it's definitely possible to be broke as hell with 100K. Oni, cooked, yay or nay?
Oh yeah. cooked is cooked like mama don't put her knees in it. I don't know, but yeah. But see, that's the thing though. When I say it, people are like, shut the fuck up, you stupid tether, right? But but like everybody else, it's like, yeah, you said,
we don't use that over here, bro. You ain't on.
Nah, I'm just saying though, man. Like anytime I'll be like, yo, well, the situation for Black Americans might be pretty bad. They're like, shut the fuck up, you stupid tether. You just saying that because you were damn Jamaican, you Caribbean, and blah blah. You're like, nah, man. I think it's a bad situation. Then all of a sudden, white, but then that's exactly what Yvette do when she's like, it's a bad situation for us giving somebody, Well, I say, yeah, it's a bad situation, and they're like, yo, man, fuck you, you fucking anyway. But yeah, man, it's sad, man. Speaking of tethers, my cousin actually called me up talking about, oh, I'm so broke, I gotta, I lost my house, I gotta live with your brother, like type shit. Can I borrow some money? And then her mother called me talking about, can I borrow some money? All right, can I get some money? Blah blah blah. If your dead mother was your mother was still alive, she would have gave me money. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Anyway, but like, yeah, man, folk is coming out. Like, these are cousins. This my cousin. I ain't heard from her for like 30 damn years. You know what I'm saying? They find you out of the woodwork because shit's getting bad. Yeah, things is not looking sweet for a lot of people who is not petty bourgeoisie. You know what I'm saying? If you're not petty bourgeoisie, I don't know what to tell you. No, I'm joking. But nah, for real though. Yeah. Black, like it's bad for our people. But I think what Lero was saying about how we were enslaved and stuff, like it's like you could obviously survive. A lot of people in Africa are making way less. And obviously it's a different economy. Obviously food prices are different and all that kind of stuff. But like, I remember somebody was making a joke about them saying that they're like, I need a man who got this, that, so on and so forth. And then they like sleeping on a bed with like five grown ass adults sleeping on the same bed, right? And the guy's making fun of them for that. But at the same time, it's like, when you think about the situation that we kind of live in, we not really, in emergency mode. So of course it's hard. It's hard to, once upon a time, the economy was such that only one man had to work, right? And then it became, well, a man and a woman has to work, right? And now it's getting to the point where you need to practice some group economics. You need to have, 10 of, 3 of you in the same house, and so on and so forth. Because like even the way how I'm living right now, with just me and my son, right? Like that's wild. You know what I'm saying? That's like, that's wild. So yeah, if I were to, if we were to seriously say, let's get together and pool our resources and what have you, then like the people who pool their resources could probably pull through better than the people who don't. But the trouble is that we tend to be a part of the population that doesn't pool their resources, and that's just always going to have its consequences.
Word. I'd say Babylon is falling, baby. You're getting to watch, yeah, you're getting to watch Rome fall literally. And if you look at the downfall of Rome, they spread their military too thin. They did the bread and circuses things. They Republic basically collapsed due to the corruption and all this other shit. And they ate themselves. And you were watching that. I think Lero hit on the head when she talked about the culture war. The culture war, same thing as the council fighting back in Rome. Like you're seeing the same thing. And even if you look at the quality of these so-called elites, the quality of these so-called elected officials, nobody's impressed by AOC, bro. Nobody's impressed by old Joe. Anybody on this panel could probably watch these people in the debate, bro. Anybody in the chat could probably watch these. Like, I'm not impressed by anybody they parading up there, even the little short leprechaun, Fauci, any of these people. They're supposed to be like the highest degree of scientists they have. And it's just like, yo, what the fuck? This is the best y'all can put up here. Nancy Pelosi and these other people, the little fucking Tennessee dude with the fro running around talking. And in Selma, we marched it. Like, this is the best y'all got. This is the best. So you're seeing in the quality of everything around you, the quality of the food, the quality of the elected officials, the quality of the so-called scientists, the quality of everything that you're seeing around you is declining. Even the teachers, that's the most telling thing to me. Right now, you don't even need a damn degree. You could just be in college for a degree to be a teacher right now. Some of them are taking ex-military people who don't have a fucking degree. They're taking them to be teachers off the rip. All you gotta do is be taking some classes. You know what I'm saying? And these are the people that are educating your youth, your future. That's why you're seeing every generation get dumber and dumber. Look at the quality of your educators. Who the hell will want to be an educator right now? So half of these people don't do a budget. How many people y'all know? Let me ask y'all right here. Do y'all know anybody that actually sits down and do a paper budget or Excel spreadsheet budget or anything like that?
Yeah, I mean, growing up, my dad and my mom, like my parents, they sat down and they.
Now, out of your peers now.
Oh, out of my peers? Oh, hell no. Hell no. Hell no.
You know what I'm saying? Like you're not seeing that, and that's basic simple thing. That's one of the keys to garnering wealth is doing a damn budget. Have people talk to us like, oh, I do it in my head. I just pay all my bills in my head. You know, don't know anything about anything. You can talk to these people about fractional reserve banking. I was talking about people at the central banking system. They confuse the capitalism with the central banking system. You don't even know the difference. Don't know what fractional reserve banking is. You know, and these are things that you kind of need to know while you're living in here. Don't know anything about how to, you know, the consumer index, you know, on the inflation. They can't even pull it up. Don't care. You know what I'm saying? Don't see anything. So if you're looking at everything in its totality, you can obviously see that it's a decline in the people, and a decline in the people gonna equal a decline in the empire, which, you know, you can have your own debate about whether that's a good or a bad thing. Personally, I think it's a great thing. You feel me? You know, it's gonna be rough. You may not be able to get plums in the fucking wintertime like you used to. You might not be able to have, you know, fucking your cable channels and your Netflix. You might have to actually eat seasonal food. You might have to actually not eat, you know, be able to eat meat 3 meals a day or whatever. But we're kind of living unnaturally as it is. We're kind of being high off the hog here in America, whereas it's only hit it like other nations are keen on survival. They already know how to do this, right? They know how to slaughter a sheep, a lamb if need be. They know how to slaughter, you know, they know how to do that. And I know how to prepare a meal without having to go to the grocery store every other day. You feel me? So to me, we kind of lacking in that. Yo, we kind of lost our sense of survival. That's the part that's gonna make it rough. But I think you can obviously see that Babylon is falling, so you best get ready. You feel me? So y'all got anything else on the fall of the empire?
Let it fall.
All I'm gonna say is I got two things. One, I think that, you know how you said that some of the politicians from way back were better. I think that's what that Afro politician, I think he's like a time machine experiment. They grab one of them good, you know, them good politicians from back in the day. I don't know if he's good, but you know, maybe they overestimated them back in the day. But all I can say is, you know, and this is what Lero expects me to say, as long as the passports remain blue, I'm good. You know what I'm saying?
Man, whatever, bro.
Passport broski.
Passport bros. Passport bros unite. You know what I'm saying? As long as that passport still working, I don't give a shit what happens in America, man. Like, shit.
And I got my passport too. You know, I don't got the same, you know, objectives and but you know, we out here. You know,
I'm saying, like, America gonna go bad. You never know when they start saying, "Well, your passport don't work," or you know, these air tickets ain't going. I'm like, shit, man. A lot of them air tickets going. A lot of them passport. Like, I'm good, man. You guys could, you know, shoot it out with robot dogs. So I don't give a shit. I'll be somewhere else, you know what I'm saying? With mixed up priorities, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, if you ain't got no family overseas, you need to start traveling, make you some friends, because you never know. Yo, you might have to shake it real quick. But moving on, let's move to the next subject. We got a member of the Zesty community. Accuses a white, I believe he was Zesty. He sounded like, well, you'll hear in a minute. Accuses a white old man of racism after being asked to turn down his music at a restaurant. Is this a justified complaint, or is we got another member of the victimhood club? So let me pull this up right here.
Racism is still real in Georgia. I can't believe Bob tried me like that.
What was it that you was asking me before you interrupted me with my dinner?
Asking me?
Because I turned it all the way down for you. Okay, but what was it that you was asking me? Is there a reason why you would ask me to turn my phone down when there's a band playing music that I don't give a fuck about hearing? Do you think it's appropriate for you to ask me, a 33-year-old, a black man, to turn his motherfucking phone down? You should know you shouldn't say a motherfucking thing to me. That's a fact. My hand shouldn't be shaking while I'm eating my motherfucking chicken. Now, what you better do is talk to do over there and leave me the fuck alone. You gonna ask another black man to turn his motherfucking phone down no time soon again.
I smell the zest.
You're not fully clean unless you're zestful. Yeah, brother. Like, and he was shaking too. That's the funny part. He was talking all that cash money shit. Why your hand shaking, bro? You yeah, but I'm gonna throw it out. Let's start with Otis, mix it up. Odie, what you think is
Nah, that white man, I don't like to relate to white folk, but that white man was looking at him like, the fuck is wrong with you? I ain't gonna hold y'all, man. That food look mad good. That's what I'm saying, man. Y'all is rich, man. You know that. Y'all is rich. You know, I be on that broke boy shit because I ain't never seen like shit, man. With things food I be eating, this dude just get to eat whatever kind of. Oh, is that pork though? Oh, I don't eat pork though. You know, Rasta don't eat pork.
I thought it was chicken. He said chicken.
Well, it says pork in the back, so I don't know. That could just be the ad. I don't know, but it could be pork. It looked like pork, maybe not in retrospect. I don't know no chicken to fall off the bone like that. Yeah, I know chicken, but chicken don't fall off the bone like that. You know, I mean, if a chicken fall off, that's that only KFC.
Cooking your chicken, bro. I got some shit out the smoker right now. You
only mutated chicken fall off the bone like that. Only in KFC. That's the only way you gonna find that. But you know, where they can sell you boneless whole chicken. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, nah, come on. That's what I'm saying, man. This victim complex, like I said, like I can't even rock in this country like that, man. It's like a dude that you in public. Like if you are going to play loud music, it's because you like partially you want to be confronted by somebody. You want somebody to test you. Like that's how it is in New York. Like if you feel like you bad man, you know what I'm saying? Then you will just play loud music, loud obnoxious music, and be like, dare somebody to ask me. You know what I mean? And some of these motherfuckers, like, they will flip out on you if you would have, like, kind of like this guy. But of course, he's zesty and he's handshaking. So it's kind of like, dude, you're not like. Unfortunately, I feel like this white man would have clocked him. You know what I'm saying?
That white man is unbothered.
I feel like that white man, if they would have stepped to each other, unfortunately, this boy was about to record his own ass whooping. Because, like, come on, man. And if not, like, you know, obviously, you know, hopefully he shoots first. You know what I'm saying? But like, yeah, like, no, this is not. I'm saying, man, black folk be saying anything is racism. You know, racism is still real. There's a band playing. Somebody paid a band to play, but you asked me to turn down my music. That's only for me. And your restaurant, public, is like, come on, dude. I'll tell you, yeah, public, like the way shit is, man. I'm telling you, man. The way, like, that's why I know people be like, because once upon a time we would not say nothing good about the Chinese, nothing good about the Russians. But like, I gotta admit, man, and you know, usually I'm not even a fan of you know, communism, former communism, whatever. But like, they still have that masculinity, or they understand masculinity. They understand, you know, like they be clowning America on this tranny stuff. They be clowning America on these feminine dudes. They be clowning, and it's like this is it. Like this whole anything and everything is racism. Like, come on, you're playing music somewhere that somebody else is eating. And it's not like it's in your house, it's in a fucking restaurant. Just don't do it. And if you're gonna do it, yes, somebody's gonna ask you to turn it down.
Exactly.
You know, or if somebody doesn't ask you to turn it down, it's probably because, you know, maybe you a bad man. Maybe. But if that's, or maybe people just don't want to have any confrontation. But the reality is that people are going to confront you if you're playing, like, people might possibly confront you if you're doing something that's completely against the social norm. And for you to be like, how dare you? I'm a black man, so my music is more important. Like, what? Like, why would you think that? One, and two, why would this white man think that? Like, why would anybody think that you should be able to do whatever the fuck you want because you're a black person, and if you don't, then they're a fucking racist? And I'm not saying I don't know this white guy. I'm not going to say, oh, the white guy's. I don't know. Some people say, why you racist? I don't know. But like, this is not an example of that. It's an example of you playing some music, and when you do shit in public, right? Sometimes people call you out, and it's not so much because you're black as much as because you're doing some shit in public, and sometimes somebody is not with it. But I would say this. Actually, I want to say this. I think this dude was just having a rough day, because there's no reason for this. I think the way how his voice cracks, and I know he's a queer or whatever, but the way his voice cracks, I should have said to that, right? But the way how his voice cracks and the way how he's behaving, I think he really had like his boyfriend just stopped calling. You know what I mean? Like just today or some shit. Like there's no way that you would have this reaction to somebody asking reasonably for you to turn down your music. You know?
I think he might be trying to go viral, man. You know how it be these days. That's why he whipped his phone out before he started talking. I bet he was quiet as a church mouse, so he got that live up. You feel me?
He didn't turn on the music right away. Like a bitch.
He turned that shit down and he shut up, and then he went live, and then he started getting tough Tony with his hate.
Why his hand shaking like that? That's what I'm saying. Like, you gotta be, and he got nail polish on. Like, come on, dude, you was gonna get clocked, man. Because
that old white man is not worried. He got the shotgun rack on his truck. He gonna send you to meet Jesus, boy. You gonna meet your maker, boy. But Lero, I'm gonna throw it to Lero. Maybe Lero has a different Lero.
No, man. I mean, like, one, why you pulling? I really blame all that, that TikTok stuff. Some people trying to go viral because, like, you turned the music down just to set up your phone. He had to set it up and set a whole little scene just to do the most for the internet. Like, just, I don't know, weirdo stuff. I mean, one, why are you outside, at a restaurant, got your music playing on your phone? Like, I really want to know.
Their music at the restaurant,
bro. Like, I really don't know, but the whole racism thing. I mean, Buddy kind of looked confused. Like, damn, he's tweaking. Like, just turn that bullshit down. Like, we want to hear that. We trying to enjoy our little meal too. I ain't even trying to defend white folk or nothing like that. But like, yeah, that's just you don't got to do the most all the time. Everything ain't that. You know what I mean? And the stuff that really be that, people don't want to see it as that. And it's like, yeah, like, I'm so over like everything being racist, and it's just too much for me. I'm being a little racist back then, so I wasn't even mad. Like, yeah, go ahead, check that little man, you know what I mean? So like, at the same time, it's like, yeah, go ahead, don't tell them turn down your music. You can have your music, but but I don't know, people just internet stuff.
And then what's crazy that he posted up Georgia. Like, Georgia ain't got the most like fruitcakes in the fucking world and shit. It's like, is racism still real in Georgia? And blah, blah, blah. Atlanta's in Georgia, bro. Like, we know what goes on in Atlanta and the surrounding areas, and to me, you're probably just annoying, dog. You're probably annoying there. You're probably there on some extra sassy shit, blasting fucking some fucking bullshit. Blasting
Nicki Minaj, Cardi B.
Yeah, some little Nas or some shit turned up all the way. And he's just like, yo, I'm trying to eat. I don't want to hear that shit. Like, I don't.
Dan, you got me saying ill, man. What the fuck? Little Nas? Nah, hold up.
Saucy Santana.
I said Nicki Minaj. You play Nicki Minaj, Cardi B, I can turn it down. Lil Nas, you play Lil Nas X? Oh no, man, nah, fucker, we go like, nah, this white boy. I'm on white boy side. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and honestly, yo, when this happens, yo, it waters down actual racism, yo. When you encounter like real racism and shit, because of dudes like this, because of cats like this who run around crying wolf all the time. When you actually have some shit where you have a legitimate cause, it eventually is gonna get to the point where it's like, here we go again. You know what I'm saying? Like, you even see it now. Hell, you see it with me. I'll be like that sometimes. I'll be like, oh shit, here we go again. Like, now you just suck at your job, Keisha. You and the motherfucker ain't racist. You just can't type but fucking 10 words per second. So they want fucking, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it takes away from real shit, and we know real shit goes on. Hold
up a second. How fast you type, man? You said 10 words a second slow.
Shit, but it just takes away, yo. It just takes away, yo, and we got to get rid of, like RBG say out here, yo. Accusations of racism need to be authorized by the Hood Assessment. Facts, yo. And even sometimes when you encounter some of these real like racist shit, I can imagine. Because, man, I tell you what, yo, when I first got into the motherfucking joint little military shit, and you run across these fucking rednecks and shit, yo, like, it'd be on and cracking. It'd be roast sessions like a motherfucker. You talking, they'll try to pull the watermelon shit. Oh, your cousin's probably mama, your parents probably cousins. Fuck you mean, you know? So you just shoot back. You know what I'm saying? It's like I'm not gonna sit here go on live and be like, oh my god, he told me that I feel racism. Nah, I got something for your ass. You know what I'm saying? That neck looking extra red today is the fucking mosquitoes biting good today, boy. You know what I'm saying? And we finna shoot back at you. So to me, these people they don't even have the sensibility right now or the wherewithal to actually shoot back, yo. So this is what they do now. They cry victim. You go on live. Oh my God, I'm in Georgia, and Billy Bob said to tell me to turn down my music. And honestly, yo, it's sad that it cuts down when we have real racism, that we got this shit out here. Now we got to deal with this. You know what I'm saying? So to me, go ahead, old white dude. Tell them turn that bullshit down. Nobody want to hear Nicki Minaj while they trying to eat their motherfucking ribs. You feel me? Eat the swine. You can get some spare ribs with the beef, though. You feel me? That's all I get.
But for real, who would think that Georgia wasn't racist? Like of all the states, like I could see somebody saying, "Man, wow, racism still in New Jersey or some shit." Like wow, but like Georgia, like I went to Georgia, they had like the Confederate flag up on Stone Mountain. Like what? Like man,
driving on streets named after Confederates. You know what I mean?
like of course you still got racism in Georgia. The fuck are you talking about, man? And this is not, like I said, this is just a dude, like a queer guy playing the role, like just playing bad music. Like he said, there's another band right there. Like nobody wants to listen to two songs at the same time.
It's just annoying. It's annoying.
It's fucking annoying. One, two, if you want to listen to the band, the band that's actually performing, that's live right there, how you gonna listen to them with some other motherfucker blasting Lil Nas X? Like, no. And then second of all, it's like you blasting Lil Nas X. Like nobody want to hear I'm a butt booty warrior or some shit. like nobody want to hear that shit. Like, man, turn down your fucking shit.
You playing saucy said that dude don't hear that shit.
I'm trying to eat and you talking about I'll mess with this man's meat. Like shut the fuck up, man. Turn that shit off, man. Like he probably got his kids there. I tell you, man, I don't want to side with no white boy, but like it just might have to be this because like man, you on the wrong. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. This is not and the white boy is just like what? And the bad thing is the white man's even being polite. Like I can see if the white boy got in your face and was like, turn on that fucking shit, boy. I can see that. But this white boy is just sitting there, appreciate it. Appreciate you turning it down. Like, come on, man. Let the man eat. You eat your damn food and just leave. Like, let's just let it be, man. You was playing music while a live band was playing, right? Because I know for a fact, I'll say this, man. When I go someplace, if there's like performances, like poetry or live performances or whatever, right? If somebody's having a conversation, I'm like I'm tempted to be like, could you shut up? Or could you be quiet? Or could you guys turn it down? I'm tempted to. I don't always do it because, like I said, confrontation is not a thing. Like, we don't really do confrontation like that. But like some people, like I said, some people ain't worried about it. Like, because I mean, I can see if this guy said homophobia, like the white man sized him up and said, this motherfucker's a little pussy. So I could tell him whatever the fuck I want. I can see that. I'm not really, obviously, but still. But like, nah, anybody, like, I don't even think you registered as a black man in this moment. You know what I mean? I don't think you were registered as a black man in this moment. I like with the nail polish and the like, maybe black something, but I don't know about black man. You know what I mean? But anyway, that's all I'd say.
All right. Well, you got anything else in closing, Lero?
Nah, just stop doing the most. It's okay to chill out.
All right. Our last topic of the day is something that hits close to home. We have a recent poll from Lero. Go put your older summer jam screen. Lero says, I got a question for men and women. After sex or after each round, quote unquote, do you as a woman or the woman you sleep with go to the bathroom and wash that ass? You know what? I got to answer so I can just go see results. I'm going to say, yeah. I seen them take the towel to their ass. 37% It's in the lead right now. Now the question is, and this was we got more. We got more, folks. This was inspired by the brother Oni's live. I'm just trying to get a better. So Oni, we gonna toss it to you for it's Lero's poll, so you can clarify what is going on. Are you sleeping with women who don't take a towel to their ass after they get done? What's going on, bro?
No. First off, if you do the math, it looks like about 50% of men don't. But again, like based off the men. But again, what I would say is she's talking about after every round. Okay, not like
one round.
Huh? What you say? I'm talking about like, let's say you busting up, but you like, I ain't done yet. I'm coming back, or whatever, right? Yeah, exactly. Give me a moment, right? And let's say you built up your endurance. You do that a couple of times, right? And she going to the bathroom every time to clean up.
I could say something, but I ain't gonna say it. Lero, what is your thoughts on that?
Nah, that question was to you. Lero believes that they do. That question to you.
I don't know what Lero believe. I need to hear what Lero believe first before I say what I want to say. Lero.
Lero ain't never been with no women. She just want to be. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Lero, is a towel and the soap coming out after every now you need to differentiate between round. How long between the rounds are we talking? You feel me?
That's an important decipher too. You know what I mean? That's very important. But I can't speak for other women. And I'm just coming as shock to me that I would think that whether between rounds, between after the whole ordeal, you go to the bathroom and you wash up, regardless whether you take a shower or not. It don't matter. You just go to the bathroom. You wash up. I thought that was kind of common practice, even after each round, though. Like, I don't know if, like I said, it depends on how quick in between. But, normally you would think that, about, 10, 15, that's enough time to go to the bathroom. Like, I would think, like, I don't know. But, he tell me it's not like this way. He said, the fellas gonna agree with me. You know what I mean? They don't do that. I don't do that. So I'm just like, whoa. So I had to ask the poll for confirmation because I'm not understanding. But that's, that's a little my take on it,
Well, I'm going to say this. This and shot the Buana around. Exactly, Buana. One and done, baby. But anyway, unless you off the honey pack or some shit.
One shot, one kill, the sniper over here.
Yeah, fuck out of here. But my thing is, this is totally. I'm gonna throw a monkey wrench in y'all shit, bro. This question is totally dependent upon the nature of your relationship. If you messing around, you got a little girlfriend, you got a chick you seeing or whatever, y'all messing around, then yes, after every round, after whatever, you go wash your ass, because you never know when the hell you're gonna get kicked out the house. You never know when it's your time to go, right? You don't know. His real wife might show up, you gotta get the fuck out the house, and you ain't got time to hit it. So depending on the situation, if y'all just fucking around, then by all means, yes, after every. But if we like married 20 years in, 10 years in, 5 years in, you marinating that shit. Go to fuck asleep. You can handle that shit in the morning. Like, it is totally dependent. Yeah, some people trying for kids. They ain't trying to wipe down after. They trying to marinate in that shit. You know what I'm saying? So it is totally dependent upon the nature of your relationship, whether you need to go take a whole bath or not, because that's what it's called. It's a fucking whole bath.
I'm looking at you like that white guy. Look at
You've been married. You tell me
like,
when you
man's giving me TMI right now, man.
You talking about you're not married. You telling me you sending your old lady to the bathroom after you ain't get that kid sending her to the bathroom. That kid ain't pop out because she was going and flushing out the system. You got that kid because she marinated.
So you don't get UTI.
Yeah, but shit.
So you gotta go to that bathroom, and you would think, after you pee, that I get you trying for a baby.
Different. Now, are they taking a full bath? Are they going to pee? Are they just doing a little wipe down? I think you got whole different schools of things in here. So you got to differentiate which exactly you're talking about. You're talking about taking a shower or a whole bath. You feel me?
I'm thinking
the whole bath.
in the sink.
But
Yeah, whole bath.
Here's the thing, though.
In the sink.
Here's the thing that really was shocking to me. And this is no passport, but but some like there are some women in the world who would hose down, like flush their system. You know, even with, I don't know what this dude just said about marinated, but even with condom. He not too. He really too. He got to monkey wrench. He really too a damn monkey wrench.
We ain't get them babies with a whole bath, bro. You had to let it fucking. You put your legs up.
Yeah, boss. All right, man. Nah, nah, man. I ain't gonna co-sign that one, man.
Hey, man, you ain't got to co-sign. I'm grown ass man. That's what goes. I'm not even gonna fake the funk. It, like I said, sometimes
the funk for real, man. Like.
It's our house. Give a fuck. I live here. We can be
fuck, man. This dude be having he keep the windows closed, man. Yo, I be stinking, man. Smell like last night, yo. You go to work smell like last night, I bet.
Exactly. Shit. What do you mean?
Yeah, that's when you know you're a man. That's how I got right here.
Yeah, we keep it real around. Natural.
Sure. Right? Yeah, all right, man. Nah, I don't know about that. But yeah. Nah, I mean, I know women be, I ain't gonna, that was weird, man. I'm looking at you like that dude, for real, man. Like, what?
You gotta look at me. I'm that dude. Look here, Oni. Let me tell you something, bro. When you me, yo, you don't have to worry about Onis of the world looking at you crazy, bro. You feel me?
I feel you.
You just don't.
And Oni was the one who said he experienced that before. That's why he was so surprised that they be doing that.
Well, I mean, I'm not saying they sit down and marinate in the shit. I'm just saying they don't go every round, you know? I'm saying they don't go every round. Like a woman would like wait till the night's over to be like, all right, let me go clean up. You know, like let's say she's sleeping over. She's not gonna be cleaning up after every sexual encounter, you know? She might clean up like when it's time to, you know, go out. Like yeah, she might clean up when it's time to leave or something, but not like every time.
Not if
I say you gotta differentiate, bro.
Not taking that long of a time.
But I'm saying you gotta differentiate. Like I said, if you fucking around with somebody, you got that rubber, that shit they put on the rubber and shit. You know, like I said, you mess around with you know, somebody you don't trust to that point where you strapping up, y'all not deep like that, then hell yeah, you definitely wash that shit off your ass. You know what I mean? I would think a female would. So it's so many factors in there. You know what I'm saying? To me, that you have to differentiate in this question. The rounds, how far, like, are we going to sleep then waking up? Does that count as a round? Or are you back to back as a round?
Yeah, and that's crazy. To do that, go to sleep, wake up, and you didn't wipe down.
You might do something in the middle of the night. I don't know, but all right, whatever. But you know, I mean, I don't know, like the rare occasion,
the feminine essence.
Afraid of girl smells.
It's just about you die, really. That's the main thing I think of. You know.
Like, even if you look at the statistics, though, like the men are like 50%, like 40% are like, yeah, these women ain't that cleanly. You know what I mean? Like for real, that's a 40%, right? Like, I'm not gonna do the math, but like 37 to 32, that's about, like, you know, about 40% of dudes is like, yo, these women's not on that. But like, I'm telling you, when I was abroad, like these women were just like, and they was like cleaning. They wasn't like, you know, like whole bath. They were like vaginal washes, you know, like douches and shit.
Man,
you know what I mean?
Can't be comparing your sexual tourism to people in like a relationship or something like that, bro. You know? I bet they was wiping down like a motherfucker when he was over there, bro.
They just all time.
Yeah, you got a harem over there talking about some motherfucking they was wiping down. I guarantee they was.
A dirty ass American coming out of nowhere, right?
I know what he doing over here. You see them stamps on that passport? They know what you doing. Oni?
Real good.
You ain't capping. Yeah, I might watch down. I watch down my mom doesn't myself too, man. Like what?
Yo, Buana going in.
All right, Buana just Buana the shit. Oxtails over here. RBG's like power washing the wall. Yeah, maybe I gotta. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I ain't smell right. Maybe I need to shower more. I don't know. But tell me why reparations is trending for you, man. What's up with that, man? What? Tell us that. Tell us that about that.
What's trending?
Reparations.
Oh man, that shit been trending all day, yo. You know what that's about? They trying to. That's a psyop. Twitter is a psyop, bro.
Yeah.
We all know that. They fucking make shit trend when they want it to trend, baby. This would have been a good subject for L, yo. We're gonna have to run this back when L gets. We're gonna bring this poll back because it ain't done yet. How many hours you got on this?
It's not done. I need more.
Yeah, you got 14 hours. This could change drastically, especially if the fucking Zesty community or something get a hold of this motherfucker. I got my poll ruined by the Zesties. But that's all I got. If y'all got anything in closing, let me know. But that's the last subject. So I'm gonna toss it to y'all, man. Let's go to the guest first. Our esteemed guest, Mr. Oni. You got anything in closing, brother?
Yeah, maybe I need to get a power washer. You know what I'm saying? Nah, everything's cool. Everything cool. You know, appreciate you guys for having me up here. And shout out to the rest of everybody. I think this poll is pretty telling though. I don't think I'm wrong. I don't think I'm messing with dirty women. I think you
are the dirty one. Only have you not figured this out?
I know it sound like it because I'm like they're not dirty, but you know, when I think about it, like I never really cleaned up before. I mean, like the house. You know, I got like you know stuff on the floor and shit. Like maybe I'm the one. Like maybe they would stop cleaning if I think. I still don't know about this marinade though. That's not even a good word, man. That sounds like food shit, man. Like you try to cook something. That's not what I would do.
Cooking up a baby, we call it a bun in the oven. You ever heard of a bun in the oven?
Damn, you still trying to have a baby though?
Nah, I'm done. Right? Well, I don't know. I got all girls, bro. I might have to pop out the sun. I might shoot up the club one more time, see what happens.
TMI, man. All right, man. But I feel I got a son, so I'm good. Well, I actually wanted a daughter, but you know, it is what it is. That's it though. Appreciate you.
Hey, appreciate you on the Lero. Thanks to Bull. What you got, yo?
Hey, it's just good to be here. I appreciate talking with y'all and stuff. You know what I mean? I've just been doing my thing, all is well. I can't complain really, closer and closer to vacation. I can't wait for some time off.
Where you going? You going somewhere for vacation?
Yeah, I'll be in the white man's land.
The whole damn world is the white. What? We'll talk later on. But shout out to you. Yeah, get that vacation in, get that rest and relaxation in, man. The grind be real. I ain't got too much anything going on. I just appreciate everybody that showed up. Appreciate y'all, of course, showing up. Oni, Lero, man, y'all always a pleasure to talk to. Shout out to RBG. His boys, Harsh Reality is lit. Appreciate you, brother. You gotta hop on one of these days. Buana, aka Mr. Untouchable, in the building. We had a bit of medicine with I'm gonna have to talk about the Shoot the Breeze clips, yo. I didn't see that, that might be a dope thing.
Hey, you doing his thing.
Yeah, doing a big thing. Up in the budget around here. Shout out to Rhonda. She was here earlier. So everybody that came through and gave us support, make sure y'all hit the like button on your way out. But that's all I got. So behalf on everybody at the Bitter Medicine. I was about to say Bitter Medicine. But the Harsh Reality Medicine, the Harsh Reality Podcast. We gotta say peace.
Peace.
Greetings, everyone. This is Koku from the Bitter Medicine Podcast, inviting you to tune in to the Bitter Medicine Podcast on KWAZ Radio.
Peace, family. This is Oni, inviting you to listen to the pro-black perspective, where black problems are addressed with black solutions.
Greetings, fam. Tune in to The Learning Curve with me, the revolutionary matron on KWAZ Radio.